So when we retire, which I am close to, right? I have less than 4 years to retirement. Says when we retire, it can be a challenge to find new sources of meaning and purpose, but doing so is crucial, right? So I have less than 4 years, and I kind of put that in front of me. If someone says it's long, I think it's short. Yeah, only yesterday was 2020, right? With COVID and everything. This is 4 years after already. Before you know it, it's gonna be 4 years from now, and be time for me to leave the normal workplace. But I do everything today. I'm already practicing. I'm doing a mock retirement. I tell people, that you need to live your life such that when you retire, you're still alive. You're still able to connect. You're still able to relate. Your life is still meaningful beyond the workplace, right? You're not carrying your ego is not ahead of your position. A lot of people allow their ego to be ahead of their position, so that when the position is gone, the ego, their ego is kind of useless. Their ego has nothing to stand on, right? You know, people think that they assume that they will never retire, they will never leave that position. Then they retire, and they have nothing to stand on. They have not built natural relationship. They have not built relationship on the human front. So when the position is gone, nobody wants to see them. Nobody wants to hear from them. Nobody values them because they don't more have that position. But we have to be careful that the people that see us, the people that hear us, people that value us, don't value us because of what we have or where we are or for who we are. Who you are will always be there. Where you have might go away. What you have might go away. Are you still valuable? Are you still valuable as a person? If there's nothing you can give, will people still value you? If you don't have a position, will people still value you? That's where we want to be. You want people to feed from who you are, not where you are, not what you have, but that your person feeds people. People respect you for who you are. That's life. That's life. That is life. You will never lose that. What you have might go away. Where you are might go away. But who you are is what is yours, right? Those who fear the best in retirement find ways to replace the social connections that sustain them for so long at work with new mates, right? And that's just because of you. If you build yourself, you'll be able to relate with people wherever you find yourself, because it's not going to be because of your position. It's not going to be because you're forced to be together, but your person, is what radiates the connection. And people at work and will still call you. You still have grounds to relate if you build yourself, rather than just depending on position, right? And all right. For many of us at a deeper emotional level, work is where we feel that will matter, and that's what I was talking about. For many of us, it's just work where we feel will matter because, for one, people depend on us for the position we hold. I was just talking to one of my contractors last week here. There was something they had done, and they were I was getting upset about, and just said, hey, let's throw all the companies apart. Throw the company I work for, the company you work for apart. Let's relate on the human level, right? We're all gonna leave our companies, right? It's not because I work for this company and we are the ones giving you a job. Let's work to help one another. Let's work at the human level, right? Let's work at the human level and make my task is to make your job easy. Your task should be to make my work easy also, right? It's not a position. It's not what I can do or not do. Let's just relate to each other at a human level, right? And that's important. One day I'm going to leave the where I work. One day I'm not going to have the power that I have. Will he still love me? Will he still respect me when the power is gone, when the position is gone, when he doesn't need me anymore? Will there still be a respect? That's important. That's what we need to get to. We need to get to be people that are respectable. People respect us not because of our position, not because of the authority that we have, just because of who we are. That is life. If people respect you just because of your position, you're not living, you're dead. The day you leave that position, nobody's going to relate with you. And there are a lot of people like that who have retired and nobody's calling them. Nobody's picking their calls because they were too dependent on their position. They were too dependent on the authority they had. That was all, that was what defined them as a person. They did not understand the human connection. They had no value in themselves, such that when they left that position, they had nothing to give. They had nothing to give. Their personality was empty. You don't want to get to that point. That's not where life is. So for many of us at a deeper emotional level, work is where we feel that we matter to our workmates, to our customers, and even to our families because we're providing for them. When that sense of mattering is gone, we have to find new ways to matter to others, new ways to be part of something bigger than ourselves. Each person must find their own way to mattering to others. And you don't want to wait till when you're retiring for this to happen. You want to matter to people for who you are, not what you can give. For who you are, not what you can give. You know, and I went through a time of depression, and that kind of one of the things values I had learned from that is, you know, he see people for who they are. You know, when you don't have what you used to have, then you know what people respect you for. So you're able to then sift between people. You're able to then put people in their rightful places. You know why this person is close to me. You know why this person is close to me. This person respects me because of that, right? And then you're able to protect your own heart also. But you also don't create that atmosphere where, you know, one of the things for me as I grew up, you know, and I was still conscious of helping people, you know, part of that was a place of thinking of what people would say. So much so that I stretched myself beyond the things I could do. But thank God I'm bringing balance to my life, right? Uh, bringing balance to my life and learning to say no, right? It's not about what I can give. That's not what I'm looking at. It's it's a connection. It's a relationship. And part of that also is connecting with my own self, relating with my own self, respecting my own self, loving my own self. Because I can't love someone else if I've not loved myself. I can't connect with any other person if I can't connect with myself, right? So I can only feed people from what I have. So I have to have something first of all. You know, it's important to love yourself. It's important to connect with yourself. You can't truly connect with other people if you're not connected with yourself. You can't really relate with other people if you're not related with yourself. No, so there is a place of balance, right? And you can only matter to others if you matter to your own self. If you don't matter to yourself, you cannot matter to other people. So it's not about chasing after mattering to other people. First of all, matter to yourself. If you matter to yourself, you matter to others. If you build up yourself, then there's something for you that you have to give to other people. If you don't have something to give to other people, you can't fake it. You can't fake it. You got to be authentic. Work on mattering to yourself. Work on being someone that has something to give, and people will flock towards you because everyone's looking for someone that can feed something in them. If people can find you something that they want, something that feeds them, then they're attracted to you and there is a connection. All right, I'm going to stop here for today. I'm going to leave the last 4, 5 slides for next week. You know, uh, the people we work with matter. You know, The people who work with matter. And like we said earlier on, so therefore we should learn to see them, learn to hear them, and learn to value them, irrespective of who they are, irrespective of what their position is. The way we invest in relationship and connection is that we'll learn to see them, we'll learn to value them, we'll learn to hear them, we'll learn to see them, to hear them, and to value them. And when we do that, we'll get back, we'll reap the same harvest. People will see us, people will hear us, and people will value us, right? We have first of all go and sow that seed, see people, hear people, value them. When we do that, people will see us, people will hear us, and people will value us in return. And our cup will be full. We'll have the right social engagement. We'll have the right social interaction. Loneliness will be far from us, and we will enjoy life. We'll have a good life in the workplace, good life at home, good life everywhere we find ourselves.